In a village just outside the town of Mbale in eastern Uganda, Margaret Wangolo sits at her sewing machine. Widowed in 1999, Margaret lives here with her children. Occasionally, she gets up to attend to customers who come to buy groceries from her small shop or water from the tap she has installed in her compound. In the village of Boke, also in eastern Uganda, Josephine shares a special moment with her children. Like Margaret, Josephine is a widow. And also like Margaret, Josephine is HIV positive. Both Josephine and Margaret are supported by the AIDS support organization, Taso. The AIDS epidemic is the greatest health crisis to have hit sub-Saharan Africa. Although Uganda has made great strides in reducing HIV prevalence, the country still has over 1 million people living with HIV, and over 2 million children have been orphaned by AIDS since the start of the epidemic.
Take me, for instance. I left school at a very young age to get married. Now, I am HIV positive. I have been through a lot, but I want you girls to be different. Finish school first.
In the village of Maguria, also in eastern Uganda, it is almost noon. Grace hurries to prepare food for the family's meal. Vincent, her 3-year-old son, offers to help. Her husband, Joseph, is still at home. He has not yet gone to his roadside butchery because they've been expecting Eunice, their Taso counselor, to visit them. Grace and Joseph are both HIV positive, but Vincent is free of the virus. This visit is only one of many which Taso staff will make today to their clients in towns and villages throughout Uganda. The heart of Taso's approach, and perhaps the secret of its success, has been what is widely known as the Taso family spirit.
Again, the genesis of the family spirit was best in my personal experience after my husband was diagnosed with AIDS. The most important gift that Christopher always talked about is the gift of family. Christopher was living in England when he was diagnosed. Despite that care, despite that attention, all the wonderful medical care that he had, time came when he asked to be discharged, to come back home.
Another major challenge which Taso is now addressing as a high priority is that of HIV prevention.
In a sense, the complacency around HIV and AIDS that has been brought about partly because the natural history of any disease that stays around for 20 years is that people get used to it and they no longer regard it as a seriousness.
I wish I could say to the world that Taso will not be needed 20 years from now, but the reality is that it will be needed beyond even 20 years, even if at the beginning of Taso we had planned a very clear dissolution phrase, which is in the Constitution. The reason why Taso will be needed beyond 20 years and more is because we now have to concisely work and contribute towards prevention. We know today that if we don't make a difference in preventing further spread of HIV and AIDS, the quality of care will be compromised. And for us, quality of care is very, very important. In the beginning, our entry point into families was through the person who has been HIV infected. But these people have left children, and these children are the future of Uganda. So we need now to focus our programs on their needs, and in particular, giving them skills that will enable them to survive the pandemic and other issues that will come in their lives in the future.
Unite against AIDS. Unite and be safe. Get the facts and get to know what AIDS is all about. Unite against AIDS. Unite and be safe. Get the facts and get to know what AIDS is all about. When we went to thank all those that have given in their lives, you have stood by to Unite and be safe. Get the facts and get to know what AIDS is all about. So many friends reject us. Oh, but why neglect us? Oh, why do you go? Why do you leave us when you were so close? Unite against AIDS. Unite and be safe. Get